Yo people, welcome back to another video and double drop today. So I don't know when everyone will be watching this, but hope you're having a good one. It is the Bad Batch Season 2 Episode 8, Truth and Consequences. Now, I usually do the whole thing where I go over the episode from start to finish. I explain where I can, any connections with anything else, like Clone Wars and everything. I give my opinion, but the ending of this episode was so huge that it's destroyed my structure. I just don't even care about the beginning because there's only one thing that matters at the end of the day, and it's Palpatine. This guy has so minimal time throughout the whole Star Wars saga, yet he just causes the most devastating moments. He's so efficient when he's on screen, and this guy doesn't get enough respect. People will hold Vader to such a high level in terms of the big villains throughout movie history and everything, but this guy is the guy's boss, so I feel like he should get some respect as well. This guy actually can't take any serious L's, apart from being chucked by Vader. I saw this thing called Star Wars What If, where some character called Rey or something also kills him, but it's not canon in my opinion, so until they fix that mess and connect it properly with the OG stuff and everything, it doesn't count for me. But anyways, back to this episode. Overall, a very well written episode. This is what Disney can do when they focus on the actual storyline instead of focusing on pushing political agendas and forcing stuff into the story that doesn't make sense. This is by far the best episode that the Bad Batch have actually been involved in, and I'd argue now that this is the best episode the Bad Batch has ever released across both seasons. The way it was written, I had hope that this would go well, as if I don't already know that the darker days are still ahead of us. But anyways, the Bad Batch did their bit, Senator Chuchi did her bit, Senator Bertoni, who decided to confess as she was always shady even in the Clone Wars. She even turned a new leaf after Omega's big speech. Shout out to her because she actually clutched up with that. They did everything perfectly. Everyone played their role as well as they could. And they got the Empire exposed for huge crimes related to destroying civilizations, all the dirty money, all sorts of huge crimes. You're thinking, this is it. How can it go wrong from here? We've made it. This is where Rampart is finished, everyone's finished, they're going to start questioning the Empire. They've been exposed, there's nothing else that can go wrong. Everything's perfect, this should cause some crazy effect across the galaxy. Out of nowhere, Palpatine arrives in the Senate and he completely snakes out Rampart. He finishes his career by saying he's a traitor to the Empire. And not only that, but because the clones were involved at shooting at their own planet, he frames it as a thing where the clones are out of control, the Empire needs a fresh military approach, and he was pushing for that anyways. So the fact that he still managed to get the same outcome despite being exposed is absolutely crazy. And in about 2 minutes, he manages to take all the light, all the hope you had for the good guys, and he squashes it, he rips it, and he throws it in the bin. And he got his way, like I said, as a bonus, because he could have gotten in there and just cleared up his name, and that was it, and left things kind of 50-50. But not only did he clear it up, he flipped it and he got the W. How that's even possible, don't know. But he basically said to the good guys, I dare you to be good. Expose me. As a good person would, expose me. And even when they expose him, he still wins. You can even hear Rampart saying he was just following orders as well, but Palpatine can just say he's lying or whatever. He's literally Palpatine, so that's minor. Palpatine clearly doesn't even respect this guy. He flipped the whole thing on him. He said that's an independent agenda and everything. So he just won't even come out. Like, they won't even bother to free him because the fuck up was that bad with someone that irrelevant that Palpatine's just like, yeah, whatever, bye-bye. After that, we got the official confirmation of the creation of the Stormtroopers as well, which was a big moment. I don't think people quite understand. Like, this was the first confirmation of Stormtroopers. And even with such big news and all of that happening, we still had the Bad Batch's own personal ending, and we find out that Echo is staying with Rex and he's helping him out like in the old days in the Clone Wars, which will be a nice kind of thing to see, even though we technically won't see it. But earlier on in the episode, Rex had been talking about how he needs people he can trust to spread the message to other clones that they're in trouble. So that's why Echo's joined him. I wonder who else Rex has been able to contact. Is it Wolf? Is it Gregor? Are these names up for consideration? Those are the two other clones that we see with Rex during the Rebels animated series. So does that mean Echo dies along the way? What happens? There's a lot of uncertainty now with Echo's character. I hope we can at least see a 501st reunion between Wolf, Gregor, Rex, and Echo before anything mad happens, as well as them with other clones that they've managed to save. But anyways, it's a pretty emotional goodbye after, at the very, very end, between Omega and Echo. And even though Hunter is seen more as like the father figure to Omega, Echo is actually the one with the most heart, the most understanding between the people in the Bad Batch, and he connects more emotionally to Omega, so that's why the whole goodbye was pretty big. Like, Omega was tearing up and everything. Even the music across the episode was just, it made the impact of everything just even crazier. So shout out to the music department as well. I've been saying the Bad Batch had to lose a member, and I didn't really expect it to be through this way. I thought more of like a sacrifice kind of thing, but this works too. I still believe one of them will die eventually for the cause. It will be a sacrifice, probably at the end of the season as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Two very, very good episodes dropped on the same day. Do you know how rare that is for Disney Star Wars? That's just crazy. But yeah, shout out to everyone that made it this far. Appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I will catch you in the next one and have a great rest of your day.